Good day to you. Welcome to a channel update for Let's Get On With It here at the end of February 2025. I noted in the last update video that there would be no local recordings for at least the first half of the month, and that trend continued throughout the entire month and likely will spill into most of next month. I have found it incredibly difficult to sit down and play a video game and communicate just to the nebularity. Live broadcasting has synergized with me way more, something to at least pitter patter off of. So I have been sticking to that. I have transferred over a new playthrough of Lost Technology. That's Crime Time. That was a couple weeks back. And I anticipate more getting pulled over onto YouTube in March, which will be my 15-year anniversary. I started doing this on March 5th, 2010, and I opened this YouTube channel on March 18th, 2010. My first Let's Go adventure right there. I can talk about that more at another time. So yes, that's what's happened with local recordings and what to expect from that next month. As for what you could end up seeing on this channel next month, for that, I want to flicker over to Twitch. See, I have been running polls on my Discord server. That's discord.gg/Grimith. I have a vanity link. I used to be a Discord partner. And I have been polling participants there in Discord what it is they'd like to see next. I have a special poll that has just concluded. I'll be broadcasting less than a half hour from now, a loser wildcard featuring games that never won a single poll while they were up there for the taking. But for the ones that did win, Lost Technology is one of them. We also have Suzerain, which has won 4 polls. We have Max Gentleman's Sexy Business, which has won some polls. Pizza Express, which did win a poll. I'm not confident it'll win another poll. Chrono Trigger Plus, a mid-ROM hack of an excellent game, which I believe will win more polls. These games I do not want to publish onto YouTube until I do have a complete playthrough, because I have enough incomplete fragments of playthroughs on my YouTube channel, but I have ensured that the videos are saved, both as Twitch highlights and now as actual footage on my computer to lightly edit and then shift on over to YouTube and then make available on YouTube once there is a complete playthrough. And again, I have refrained from publishing anything there except for complete playthroughs just because I have done so many and I am tired of it. I'm frustrated of it. Yeah, that's a thing. But if you do not mind the Twitch video player, you can partake in this stuff. Who knows? Any of these things might not actually get a completed playthrough. Pizza Express comes to mind, and you may want to drink it in. I want to talk about Twitch a little bit here, though, because that will end up changing things and perhaps impacting you. Twitch this month has instituted a new policy for highlights and uploads. I have found Twitch's limitless storage to be incredibly generous, and I was wondering if they would ever change that. They have. I am neither bitter nor frustrated by the change, but I know plenty of folks who are severely impacted by this. They've had Twitch as their primary video storage, if not their only video storage, who have paid people to go through and edit descriptions of highlights and uploads on Twitch and put them into collections, that ugly system that Twitch has of displaying videos, and all of that is gone. Speedruns, speedrun records that are all linked to Twitch highlights, those are fucked. People who are dead or not actively broadcasting, highlighting, uploading things anymore, who are just unable to access internet stuff, all that stuff is going to be gone. This disproportionately impacts like streamers who really have used Twitch. Partners, huge speedrun community channels. Not so much me. Most of what I have done on Twitch has been highlighted, and most of those highlights have been transferred over to YouTube, but not all of them have been. Notably, collections I made years back, the Maw mod for Might and Magic Merge, some cooperative playthroughs with a friend of mine, Three Kingdoms stuff, and Shogun 2 stuff, this Mother Gun ship thing. I know some One Finger Death Punch 1 and 2 videos, this cooperative run through of Stardew Valley with a friend of mine, and there's other things that have not been highlighted as well. There is a dungeon crawler, which, by the way, I'll just scroll through this instead of just typing and punching that in. Oh, there's also this colonization stuff. On Conquistador, this was an entire playthrough right there. Beyond that, Alien Crossfire stuff definitely made it. Gosh. I was looking for something else, but I guess that's a bit older than what I realized it was, and I have to sift through all these highlights here of Daggerfall playthroughs. There's Might and Magic 8 stuff. I was looking for Ruins of Ginsokia, Labyrinth of Toho. Ruins of the Heaven-Piercing Tree, or what have you. Yeah, Gensokyo and the Heaven-Piercing Tree. That's a dungeon crawler full of Toho characters. I completed the base game of that, and I really enjoyed the game. But as I started spilling into the content beyond, like, the base game, my interest waned. I thought I might go back to it at one point. That was a few years ago, February of 2022, so 3 years. And I never have. I'm content with things as they are, at least for the moment. But I do think about the game every now and then. I just didn't think that was worth putting on my YouTube channel. And so I never have, and I might not ever. And that stuff just might end up going away forever. There's also a few other bits and bobs that have never been highlighted or transferred over. Some one-way heroic stuff, some Shadowrun playthroughs, because I've done a whole assload of Shadowrun for the Sega Genesis playthroughs. And I was just like, yeah, enough of that's been on my YouTube channel. I don't see a reason to bring that all over. Yeah. And this information, of course, is useful for you if you do any Twitch watching at all. Not just for me, of course, but for any channel. And you might also know someone who does broadcast on Twitch who somehow does not know this information. You could be someone who does that and did not know this information. There you go. Twitch has also made other changes this month, but this one is the one that I wanted to bring up as part of the update video. As a result of the 100-hour highlight limitations, I can't highlight new videos until my storage is cleared out. So I've been downloading them onto my computer. Once upon a time, I used to record all of my stuff, my live streams, onto my computer. That particularly helped with services like Hitbox, which became Smashcast, which no longer exists, and Beam, which became Mixer, which no longer exists. But on Twitch, it's been super reliable, and I like using Twitch's edit tools for highlighting. I almost never have fucked that up, but now I can't highlight anything until shit gets nuked. Yeah, it's neither bitter nor frustrated, but it is certainly an inconvenience for me and, like, business altering for many others. Thoughts, opinions, rude remarks, slanderous statements? Go ahead. You can leave them. Perhaps I can be swayed to dredge out some old videos from the, like, what is going to be a fucking crypt over there in Twitch highlights. If there's something that someone is particularly, like, motivated, or, if I'm compelled enough to invest my time to do, like, any more video preservation, then I will, but it's going to take a lot of work to compel me to that point. All right, we're 10 minutes in. I covered some stuff for local and live, a little bit on Twitch. I will say, for the past month and change, I have been using Twitch's scheduling thing, and all of my broadcasts have been at 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time, which on my Discord server, I use some pretty cool Unix like time codes so that the time is auto-translated for people based on your system locale. That's what they have been. All right, and you can look forward into the future. I mark these as I know when I'm going to be available. That's that. And again, completed playthroughs will get shuffled over here to the YouTube channel. I anticipate Max Gentleman's Sexy Business and its 3 loops are going to be making it over here. Chrono Trigger Plus has had a lot of popular support. I anticipate it'll get over here. Suzerain is a lengthy experience, so if it does get over here, that will not be for a while. Pizza Express, I don't think there's been enough voting interest that it's going to have more than the one broadcast it did. All right, that covers that. And I explained why it is that we've had the pendulum move over the 15 years I have been doing this between local and live. I still straddle that line. I still enjoy both. And I anticipate continuing with both as time moves forward. All right, let's go into corporate Grimith business time. I have a Patreon account where folks can set their money on fire for practically no rewards. Really, that's what it is. People choose to do it anyway. And some of them are in this update video insult tier, or even this kitschy trinket postcard tier, where I mail cards nationally and internationally. They almost always make it, but fuckery in the mail means it could take a while. I have had one international person note that a card of theirs sent for them in January has not been received. Will get lost in the mail. You can send me a message. Who knows, I might send you a replacement card, or at least try to. But there's some things I just can't control. You know? We're going on a trust exercise, particularly internationally. Those stamps are $1.65 a pop. But thankfully, this incredibly overpriced tier covers that. Let's throw out some names here. We have Applejack, Zachary McKinley, Vic is a Bad Shot, Tiny Shopkeeper, Pork and Beans, Necro Lotu, Chris Van Beers, Abhorson, Putero, Nexus Nemesis, Zier, Shaman, Luke Butkus, Crazy MLC, Alexi Zalo, Zoran, Maxwell Damage, Trash Panda 420, Blast It Out the Ass, RM Lightning, Brandon Schneider, Augusto de Oliveira, Eric Adams, Eroding Sun, Azor Rain, Halloween 1980, and the King of Worms. Thank you all so much for greasing the wheels of corporate Grimith. It has been a boon. Combine that with all of the rapture I have received as I have been broadcasting over the past month on twitch.tv/Grimith. It has certainly been a help, particularly as things have been in flux with government stuff. I don't want to get further into it. It's been inconvenient. We'll say that. An understatement. Then I also have this Ko-fi thing, which doesn't do monthly subscription billings in the same way, but I branched out for this as an alternative choice. I may end up switching off Patreon later on this month when their changes to subscription billing model become mandatory. As a result, the list that I have here is more like nebulous and when the billing occurs. Well, we're going to read out some names anyway. Kalen, Tangled String, Kyrie, Mega Flame 999, Dark Blue One, and Green Doom Guy. These are folks who are all billed in January, just like the Patreon names I just read. We do have a newcomer that I'm going to be reading out next month, and I'll even drop their name now. I beat. All right. That does it for the corporate Grimith Shillonix, Shillathon, whatever section. This is what happens when I don't have notes and I just go off the cuff and we go for a longer period of time. I I kind of kept it within the boundaries and confines. Anyway, I do have a hard out. I would like to get to this loser wild card. I meant to broadcast in 11 minutes, my start time, and I got to get this video uploaded. It's been almost a pleasure to be with you all, and we'll see what kind of adventures we can get into as I hit my 15-year anniversary in March 2025. That's upcoming. I started this in March 2010. Ah!